Hi, I am Chris McNamara, Editor-in-Chief with Smart Industry. Today I'm here with Dmitry Dukhan of HULFT. Good afternoon, Dmitry.
Good afternoon, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for joining me. Let's jump right in. Tell us a little bit about HULFT. Who are you? What do you do?
So we're founded in 1992, and we're one of the most trusted data integration companies around the world. What does that mean? That means we take data that's been trapped in silos of either legacy equipment or cloud software platforms or even back office strongholds, and we make that data usable for whoever wants to use it.
Okay, and who wants to use it? Who are the customers?
So we've got over 10,000 companies. The entirety of the Asian banking sector, Asian manufacturing and automotive sector. We're almost 80% of the market throughout all of Asia.
Okay. And in Asia in particular, a large percentage of manufacturers operate with legacy systems. What challenge does that pose? Old assets, particularly related to data workflows. And then what challenges are there in accessing data from those legacy assets when people need the data to put into play?
So the biggest thing that we see is we see customers all the time who, through no fault of their own, and I actually hate the word legacy because it was very useful when it started. It is still very useful. The issue is it only had a mindset of what was going on at the time.
Okay.
So as new data becomes available, as new repositories, new software, new initiatives happen, one of the biggest challenges we see is that you get a new snippet in time of what a customer wants out of something they're not getting, but then they want to bring everything else with it, and they're looking for a ubiquitous, united front in their information. And they never get that, and what happens is with time, the silos just become more and more cumbersome until they start to throw off certain silos. And so then what happens is as time progresses, the useful data is more and more trapped, less and less used. And you see companies through progress, through innovation, actually start to lose the experience they had yesterday.
Right.
Which is very dangerous because all that experience is what got them there in business.
Interesting. So what's the advice for fixing that? Plants with a mixture of older assets, not legacy assets, newer assets, how do they position themselves to take advantage of all this data, to take advantage of all these digital opportunities?
So the very first thing we say is you've got to unlock all of that. And so integration platforms are the best for something like that. Why? Because you've got usually large development suites, or you've got in a smaller business, you may have a small IT shop. But whether you've got IT or you don't have IT, what you've got is you've got people in supply chain, on the manufacturing floor, in manufacturing, in the leadership positions, building the product, R&D. They know what they're looking for. And they've got to translate it through IT. They've got to translate it through different organizations. If you have an integration platform, you can go right at something, and using things like no-code development, which is what we're concentrating on, you give the power of extracting the data and getting specifically what's necessary directly to the person who has the most experience with that data, most experience with that silo, and can combine it with all the modern technology they're looking for.
Excellent. We're heading down that path right now. Last question for you, Dmitry. Once we emerge from this challenging period that we're at, what excites you about the near future of digital transformation?
So what I'm seeing is that as the work from home progresses, as the lockdowns progress, what's happening is people are, through no fault of their own, picking up bad habits. They're further taking their data into different disparate sources. Some is on their laptop, and they're starting to work from something they copied. They've got it in cloud. They may have found an open source app or a free app or something like that. So they're further discombobulating the discipline that existed in their office. And so when they come back, to not lose all of that power and to not lose all of that productivity that they gained even while being at home, if they can integrate, if they can harness everything in the back office, if they can harness everything in the cloud, everything on the manufacturing floor, in the robot, what have you, and put that at their fingertips, which through integration they absolutely can, they can be even more powerful and come out of the situation we find ourselves in. They can come out of there moving business faster, progressing faster, and exceeding and accelerating faster, which to me is exactly what I think we need. That way we get back to normal faster and hopefully an even better future.
Silver lining.
Absolutely.
Excellent. That's all the time we have. Thank you, Dmitry. We appreciate you sharing your insights.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
And as always, we go and invite you to go out and make it a smart day.